And we're back. Guys, thank you. We appreciate you guys coming on here. Let me just adjust this really fast. You guys get them over here. You guys got it down there. Thank you guys for joining me. Hey, listen, for those of you that weren't able to join us Saturday, I kid you not, you will want to go onto our surprise Saturday to see who the special guest was. This is becoming a thing. Again, I just started it 2 weeks ago, Saturday before last. We had Tom Ziglar, my coach, the son of legendary speaker, trainer, motivator Zig Ziglar, was on there. You'll want to go watch that one. And then last week we brought on, Tom Ziglar had a hat on. I asked him about the hat. He told me it was Billy Cox. I know Billy. He spoke at some of our recertification programs that we had through the Ziglar Legacy program, and he agreed to come on, and I could not have been more pleased. I actually wanted to do a breakdown of that conversation with Billy Cox, and there's just so much. You're going to want to go back and do your own breakdown. Get your pen and paper handy, because he really is going to show you how to be more, do more, and have more in 2024. But not just so that you can have more, right? So that we can give more. We're blessed to be a blessing, right? And so we talk about how we give. We can't give that which we don't have. And so you're going to want to give of your time, your talent, your treasure, your resources, to your community, to your friends, to your family, to your legacy that you're trying to build. Guys, I'm trying to get to my notes today because it's Martin Luther King. But before I do, our devotion this morning was about perseverance. And I know you can see it. I get it. Man, we had it going our way right up until kickoff. I know, I want to burn it. I was so mad. You've been a Cowboys fan for so long, and man. So anyway, but in my devotion this morning, it talked about perseverance. And really, perseverance is just a big word for faith. So don't give up hope. And I'm not talking about the Cowboys. You know what? It's a game. Who cares? They're going to be millionaires tomorrow. They're not worried about you. I am. I'm focused on you. I want to help you be more, do more, and have more. I want you to not give up on faith. I want you to not stop going. I want you to persevere. I want you to struggle through what it is that you're facing with. Tom Ziglar nailed it on the head. Where there's struggle, there's life. And where there's life, there's hope. And John Maxwell said, if we have hope in tomorrow, that gives us power in the present. And so today, guys, I'm going to be talking to you guys about some of the top quotes from Dr. Martin Luther King, because this guy really did inspire hope. He inspired change. And a lot of what we do is because of the faith and the perseverance that Dr. Martin Luther King had. Love him or hate him, I don't care. He stood for something. And I love the fact that, I can't remember who said this quote, but if you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for something. And so what I'm trying to tell you is you've got to stand up for what you believe in. And I mean, look at some of these quotes that he had, right? He said that the time is always right to do what is right. The time is always right to do what is right. And he had another one down here. It says, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. There's a lot of people out there, guys, that are just not speaking up. They haven't found their voice. And the reason they haven't found their voice is because they haven't really tapped into the purpose of what is God, why God put them on this earth, right? We talked about that a few weeks back, where the dates on your tombstone, right? The day you were born, the date you die, and the dash. It's all about the dash in between. And in between that dash is a certain day, and that's the day you find out why you were born. And that's the day that makes the last date really powerful, because you can actually prolong that because you have drive, because you have purpose, because there's something ticking inside of you that will not let you stop. It will not let you give up on what it is and why it is that you were put here on this earth. And that's why I'm on here at 20 degrees on Martin Luther King. I didn't drive into the office. My driveway's up on a hill. Even though we have an all-wheel drive vehicle, I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. But I couldn't keep. You know, when you commit to something, you do something, whether you feel like it or not. And no, I really would like to be bundled up in my bed, snuggled up to my honey, because that's where she is right now. But I wanted to come on here and bring this to you guys because I know some of you guys are up, and I appreciate you guys on here watching. Thank you for jumping on here, and thank you for watching, being honest with this live. And those of you that watch us on the replay, thank you guys for those comments, those things that you share with me. But we're talking about the lessons from Dr. Martin Luther King, and let me just kind of share with you. I've already given you some of those that we did. These are the other ones that I pulled up, and you know his number one, right? We're gonna start with the top. No, you know what? Let's invert that. Let's save his top quote for the last. The one I just talked about earlier about injustice, right? Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. I'm going to repeat that. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. What does that mean? It means that this quote underscores the interconnectedness of justice and injustice. It teaches us the responsibility to address and confront injustice wherever it exists, emphasizing the collective nature of the fight for justice. Again, that's what we talked about earlier. If you don't stand for something, if there's not something that you're fighting for, guys, you're just gonna, even a dead fish can swim downstream or can float downstream. You've got to have something that you're fighting for, that you're pushing for, that you're going after, right? That's what makes this whole life, the reason why we're put on this spinning orb we call Earth. That's why we are on this planet, is to make a difference in the lives of the people in the community in which we live and serve. And so again, if you're not fighting, it talks about injustice anywhere, Mr. Ziegler, you guys know that's what I'm all about, Mr. Ziegler, the Ziegler Legacy Certification Program. He always said that you have to be the right kind of person so that you can do the right thing, so that you can have more of the good things in this life. And that's what we started out with. You can't give that which you don't have. It's impossible to pour from an empty cup. And so sometimes these days, these motivation, these videos, all I'm doing, for those of you that are new, again, we've got a lot of new cool kids. We call them cool kids. But this is a little community I've created. It's called the Fun Life Community. And it's based on simply reactivating the childlike faith that I believe is in every single one of us. And it comes right out of Luke, right, where Jesus said, unless you be converted, unless you become as little kids, you won't even enter into the kingdom of heaven. And so we're reactivating that childlike faith that is inside every single one of you guys that are watching on the replay later. And again, only reason we're doing that is to help you tap into that childlike faith so that you can live out your childhood dreams in this playground we call life. And I consider myself your playground guide. So if you're going through life, no purpose, no drive, no focus, call me. We'll get to that part of it later on. Let's go on, because his second quote's just as impressive as the first one we just started. It says, darkness, right? Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. And guys, we can really stop right there. We can stop right there and just say, hey, right? Matter of fact, one of the lights just went out. It's on a timer. But when darkness enters into the room, it's only because the light has left, right? Darkness is not the opposite of light. Darkness is just the absence of light. And if you guys know the book I like to read, it says that we are the light. We have been brought into this world to illuminate. And I love what my friend Travis White said. He said that talking about you and I, we already carry all the light that we're going to need to illuminate all the darkness we will ever face. So if you have a flashlight, right? Power outage, whatever happens, if you have the flashlight, wouldn't that give you the confidence and the courage to be able to walk and strut through life knowing that you have the ability? That's what's going on, guys. That's what's happening right here. And again, talking about hate. We talked about it yesterday in Sunday school, the top 2 commandments, right? The story was about Jonah, talking about hate and love and all that. But think about this, right? So whenever the top 2 commandments, right? Love your Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, strength. And the second commandment is like unto the first, right? Love your neighbor as yourself. I just think there's a lot of people out there that haven't really fallen in love with themselves. And so how can you love somebody else if you're not in love with yourself? Hey, call me. I will show you. You have a lot of qualities inside of you that are just buried, that have become, you've forgotten. You've kind of gotten off the track and you don't love yourself. I want to show you how to love yourself again. I want to show you how to be a kid again, right? Remember when you were a kid, you were just out there loving life, not caring what anybody said. If you got into a fight with somebody, you made up and you continued playing on. Guys, that is so needed in this world today. And then the last one, right? This is probably the most famous one. We try to go about 10, 15 minutes on these social media lives, right? Thank you guys over here. Thank you over here. And then we got the recording down here for later on. But we try to go about 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes we get carried away and we go over. But these are just simply designed to encourage you, motivate you, to move you in the direction of that dream that is inside. Every single one of us has a dream that is inside of us. And quit putting off, right? I can't remember, maybe it was Ralph Waldo Emerson. He has a lot of nice quotes. But he says, you cannot just kill time without injuring eternity. So everything we do, right, has to have, well, it doesn't have to have. I mean, I probably wasted 3 hours yesterday watching the Cowboys game, but that's neither here nor there. I'll get over it. I promise I will. Next year is our year. All right, let's get to the last one right here. You know it. You guys know it, right? You have to know it, right? Today is the day we celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King. He said, I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. What was he trying to tell us? Man, I don't know if you got chills. I got chills reading that. I'm going to read that again. I have a dream that my 4 children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. He was trying to tell us and emphasize the vision for a future free from radical discrimination. It teaches us the importance of equality and judging individuals based on their character rather than their external factors. Reminds me of a story of a gentleman they were in the zoo, or they were at a circus somewhere, and there was a gentleman selling balloons, and the kid asked the father, can I get a balloon? Can I get a balloon? Yes, you can get a balloon. And while they were just waiting in line, the kid asked the father, which balloon do you think which color balloon do you think will go the highest? And the father reached down and looked at his kid eye to eye, and he goes, baby, it's not the color of the balloon that's going to determine how high it goes. It's going to be what's inside. And so what's inside of you, right? That character that Dr. Martin Luther King was talking about, right? We talk about it. We've all heard of it, right? It's those thoughts, and we've talked about it. It's those thoughts that determine our words. Those words determine our actions. Those actions determine our habits, right? Those habits determine our character, our destiny. But everything is a process. And right, again, the book I like to read says that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak, but it starts with the thoughts. What are you putting in? Mr. Ziegler always said you got to put in the good, the clean, the pure, the powerful, the productive, the positive in order to be able to get that out. And so what are you consumed with? What are you putting in, right? Even a phone, even all this technology that we're using to bring to you guys this Monday motivation from the Fun Life community, right? It's all powered by the Ziegler Legacy Certification Program and the foundational program of Choose to Win, written by Tom Ziegler, my coach, to be able to bring to you guys this inspiration, this motivation. And it doesn't all have to be Ziegler, right? There's a lot of good motivators out there. There's a lot of good people out there doing some really good. That's just the one that I've chose with because he was the first one that I listened to back when I was 19 years old when I first got into sales. Mr. Zig Ziglar was kind of the guy for me. And so when I even found out that there was a certification program, I was able to join it, and I was able to get selected to be part of it. So that's all we're doing. We're just carrying that out. And again, guys, today, talking about your character is really a lot of times the only thing you guys have. It's what you do, what you do when nobody's watching, right? It's those, what are the people saying when you're not there? What are the people saying about you? It's your character that's going to define you, right? It's not your past. You know, yesterday is gone. Yesterday is over. It really did end last night. Today is a new day. Now, granted, today I'm going to probably be staying in for a little bit, going to wait for the roast to kind of chill out before I go to the office. I am going to have to do some work today. Have an application that I need to do, right? I still do the mortgage loans for our community. And matter of fact, we just got back from Austin, and we have a small pocket of realtors down there that we help and we serve with down there. Have one in Katy, and we're developing one in the Rio Grande Valley and in El Paso, where my wife has family. So again, there's enough business for everybody. So if you're a business owner, if you're a salesperson, if you're a realtor, that's primarily who I serve, is new and struggling realtors, that we're able to help them, be more, do more, and have more in this game we call life. But again, guys, I just wanted to come and share with you guys some inspirational quotes from Dr. Martin Luther King and how and what we can learn from them, because we are the light of this world. We're going to be able to drive out darkness with our light. So let your light shine, right? It's that Sunday school lesson, right? This little light of mine, woo, I'm going to let it shine. I'm going to let it shine. I'm not put it under a bushel. Nope. Not today, Satan. Not tomorrow. You've come too late to tell me this doesn't work. You guys keep messaging me. You guys keep encouraging me to keep going. I'm going to keep going until we can no longer keep going. But we don't know when that is. So again, tomorrow, join me on Transformation Tuesday. Thank you for your 15, 20 minutes that you guys are on here with me. Tomorrow, we're going to break down our Surprise Saturday conversation with Billy Cox. So if you haven't seen that, go on my my post from Saturday with Billy Cox, and you will be blessed. Again, get a pen and paper handy, because this guy dropped some bombs, some golden nuggets and truth bombs that will help motivate you and encourage you to go to your next level, right? Get in the game. Go to billycox.com, and he's got a free download of a book that you can get into called The Dream Planner. And I downloaded it. I'm just going to start reading it. We'll read it together. Anyway, again, if I can help out in any way, don't hesitate to reach out to me, 903-570-0052. And then again, we've got another thing that we've got going on, that we are going to be doing this over the long term. So whatever that is for you, we want to help you to be more, do more, and have more. Gosh, there's a gift inside of you. Thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate you, Lawrence. Always good to have you. Ms. Barbara, it's a blessing to see you guys on here. Jesse, Tanya over here. We got, let's see who we got. The man, the myth, the legend. Oh my goodness, Steve Hart. Coach, baby, I need to go back and read that book again. I'm still working on my document. It's unfolding as we speak. Thank you for being you. Thank you for the encouragement and the motivation that you pour into and the things that you do, because that's what we're doing. That's why we're out here doing what we're doing, guys. I can't stress this enough. I can't tell you enough. I honestly believe that when you get outside of yourself, when you get out of your way, there's going to be people that are going to come to you right now. The struggle that you're in, the struggle that you're fighting, everything that's happening right now, you guys are writing the guidebook for somebody else's victory, for somebody else's survival. And so again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. It's Monday, TGIM. Thank God it's Monday, a new day, a new week, a new opportunity to go out and help other people, serve other people, give of your time, your talent, your treasure, your resources. Let's go, baby. Adios.